2016 Nissan Titan XD today. Awesome truck. We were running the Cummins turbo diesel V8, the all-new range-topping engine for the Titan in 2016. So we've got a bunch of stuff to cover in this review. The Titan is awesome, but we've got three general brackets of topics. The first one is how the Titan is changed and the model positioning for 2016. The second thing is like how that addresses an unmet need in the heavy duty and hardworking pickup truck market. And then the last thing we'll touch on in this video are all the awesome great things about the Titan XD and how it really is a little bit of a game changer for the heavy towing and heavy hauling pickup truck business. All right, so let's dive in. So Titan XD for 2016, obviously all new from Nissan, and comes with a vastly improved cabin, all new styling outside, almost a completely new chassis, and for this lead engine in the launch range, which is the Cummins diesel, which is the only engine available in the Titan XD, we've got it's a completely all new powertrain. So I mean, we're looking at truly an all new vehicle, an all new truck designed around the capabilities that buyers need, which is hardcore towing, but not necessarily all the downsides of a true 1-ton pickup like an HT 2500 from Silverado or Ram. So. All right, so Titan XD right now comes in with the Cummins engine as standard for a base price of $41,000, and with equipment on this SL 4x4 crew cab model, we are up to about 57 as tested with navigation and lots of other goodies, 20-inch wheels, LED lighting, all that stuff. So, which is really fair value for the vehicle versus like the 70s and the 60s that a lot of the Ford Super Duties and the Chevrolet HT 2500 trucks can reach. Not to mention the Ram, of course. So, the Titan XD itself, the name will also transfer to the new 5.7 liter gasoline V8 version, which Nissan just launched in New York City, and that engine is coming later this year, I think it's a 5.7, I might be mistaken, but anyway, it makes 390 horsepower, and I think about 400 foot-pounds of torque, but that is nowhere near the 310 horsepower, 555 foot-pounds of torque from this 5-liter turbocharged Cummins V8. So this V8 for the turbo diesel from Cummins is absolutely stellar. I mean, it allows the Titan to do things that no regular duty half-ton pickup truck has ever been able to do before. So that XD name is going to stick for the top gasoline engines as well. And then down the line for Nissan, we believe there will be like a general Titan, perhaps that is not so XD'd. With some revised styling and eventually even an available V6. But for the launch, Nissan is going from the halo, from the top down, and it has gotten a lot of attention from this XD launch by integrating an all-new Cummins engine, Aisin transmission, 6-speed automatic, and generally designing the truck around that capability, which is huge. It's really awesome for Nissan to partner with someone like Cummins for a heavy-duty turbo diesel, because Cummins is a recognized expert in the field, has turbo engines that they've been developing for many years that are beating Ford and General Motors with their like 4.5 liter turbocharged V8s to the market, and is also like massively more powerful than the 3 liter inline 6 diesel that you can get in the Ram 1500. So that is a unique position in itself. I mean, the Titan XD with this Cummins engine can tow more than 12,000 pounds easily, and really has no detriment in its performance, which is about like 9.1 seconds to 60 miles an hour, even with like 10,000 pounds of weight back there, which is bananas. The truck has so much torque and is really just a hero on the road. People love it. I can't even describe to you how much people love the truck. They hear the whistle of the turbo diesel, they go bananas, and got lots of double takes from people this week checking to see the Cummins badges on both front fenders of the new Titan XD. People just love the machine. So obviously great strategy for Nissan to really relaunch the Titan in powerful form. Because as we all know, the Tundra and the Titan, even after huge investments, U.S. assembly plants, I mean, 50 varieties of the trucks that you would never get on the Camry, they still are having trouble, really breaking into the the 150,000 plus volume scales per year, which is a fraction of what the F Series and Silverado and even Ram are delivering. So it's smart of Nissan to go this alternate route. Sorry to keep looking over there. I thought it'd be boring at a stoplight if I wasn't talking to you. But yeah, so this route, this XD really addresses a missing need in the pickup truck market. So part 2, what is that need? All right, I feel like Joan Rivers here, like, can we talk? But okay, here's the deal about HD pickup trucks, at least from my perspective. You love them for what they can do, but not how they do it. I mean, they ride, like, even for someone who's like shocked getting out of cars into like an F-150 or a Silverado, get into an HD 2500, they're unbelievable. They are unbelievably bad to drive. I mean, they have, when unladen, they feel like they have virtually no suspension at all. They're way too high off the ground. It's really hard to get in. And they're hard to control. They're hard to drive on the road. And they really only come into their own on wide open, like Iowa, Kansas interstates. No dig on Iowa, Kansas interstates, but there's plenty of room out there. Whereas you can see, like on this tight 2-lane road down in Charleston, South Carolina, we definitely don't have much room to spare. So you want the truck to be as confident as possible. And that's where a lot of HD 2500 pickup trucks, in my opinion, really, really fall down. Because they have the towing ability and the payload, but as a result of those things, they're totally compromised. I mean, they're basically, like, you really have to completely alter your driving style. You have to pay attention 100% more than you would driving like a half ton or like an F-150 versus the F-250, and they really just I mean, I really don't want to say, I don't want to embarrass myself and make it so clear that I'm like a truck wimp, but I'm just giving you the facts as I see them. HD pickup trucks are unbelievable in a bad way. So what the XD has addressed is the fact that the towing capability of HD pickup trucks, but without the demerits of the payload capacity. So by integrating this Cummins V8 engine, we've got 12,000 plus pound tow rating, but we also have like a pretty chill ride. It rides really nicely. Aside from around town when there is like a lot of diesel clatter on startup, it really is terrifically insulated and refined, and really is just, it is a much easier truck to drive and more satisfying truck to drive than those HD pickups, which really have like a learning curve. You need like a month in that thing before you're really confident, like parking at the grocery store and and maybe passing somebody on the road like this. Whereas with a half-ton truck in this XD, which Nissan calls like every duty. Pretty clever, right? Every duty. So XD doesn't necessarily denote the diesel, as we mentioned. It is just like a crossover between standard half-ton pickups and 1-ton HD pickups. So we've got XD. So let's say this is like 3/4 ton in that regard. So but the advantages are that the truck is like really nice to drive. It's actually like fairly luxurious in situations like this where it's just calm road. It really is a very well insulated and comfortable vehicle to pot around in. And we've also got a lot of luxury for 2016 in the Titan XD. This cabin is all new and is really impressive. Feels like obscenely well built, and has I think more than 2 dozen cup holders in here. You got like at least 4 110 or 120 volt plug jacks, and then cigarette lighter jacks, USBs galore, great media integration with USB plugs, and then like an aux-in failsafe, but also Bluetooth audio. So it really is really impressive in that regard, and it's a great truck. I can almost imagine a full-size pickup based on this vehicle, or excuse me, like a full-size SUV, sort of like a Suburban HD type thing, because it is that good and it's that refined, and it does really impressive things in terms of cabin refinement, comfort, and upgrades over the previous Titan, which was a little noisy and bumpy and had issues like that. So Full-size SUV, of course, based on the Titan XD. I mean, this already sort of is a full-size SUV with the crew cab and the long wheelbase, as on the first batch of Titan XDs for 2016. It's huge. It's huge in here. It's really, really big. Feels supremely wide. Has an enormous back seat. Huge door openings. But everything is like pretty light, even though it feels like immensely solid. A great example of that is the tailgate, which is super light somehow, and is also like Titan branded on the top. So when you have it open, you can still see the Titan branding. We've also got some really cool cargo innovations in the bed. Like you've got this sort of twin lockable ram box style cubbies in the inboard section of the bed, around where the wheel wells would be. So it's still, you know, at more than 4 feet wide back there, but you do have that extra capability of lockable toolboxes back there. And I think there are drains and other goodies. So you got like cargo hooks and a sliding rail load management system. Really good LED bed lighting for back there that is actually like pretty bright. Really just a supremely useful truck out back. It really is useful all around, and that's one of its great advantages. It is like still like a shock to the system when coming from like a car, but really the XD is very confidence inspiring, and that's the third bullet that I definitely want to touch on. Is this truck drives great. So we've got of course the Cummins engine in the front is our all-star, but it was very difficult to integrate this all-new engine into the pickup truck. Required like almost a full redesign of most of the Titan's front end. And to do so, there is a custom-made Eisen automatic transmission, which is a 6-speed and is like immensely capable. It's geared super tall, obviously, because we have an enormous lump of torque arriving very low in the tack, and that 310 horsepower peak power arrives at 3,200 RPM, which is about 800 below the 4,000 RPM red line. And that is all like, you know, classic diesel stuff. It really just pulls like a train. It is so unstressed by just one-up empty driving. We are not taxing the Titan whatsoever. But oh, by the way, I forgot to mention I have an awesome nickname for the Titan, which is the Crusher. The Crusher. The Titan is a total crusher. It is an unbelievable machine. Drives really nicely, and has capability of HD trucks for an SD price. All right, check back for the next